Hello, everyone. You're looking at the Dyson Boys, and we got something that we want to throw into the mix in this political climate that we find ourselves in today. You know, with the Trump derangement syndrome in full bloom. You know, we've talked to people that are on the Democrat side of the aisle. And talking to those people, you just get this sense that they're just out there saying stuff and have no backup for what they're saying whatsoever. It's like with the John Brennan thing. Let's first let me introduce ourselves. I'm Jay. That's my baby brother sitting over there.
I'm Robert.
He's Robert. We call him Bobby, and they call me Jay. So both of us had walked away from the Democrat Party decades ago, years ago. So what we're seeing now with the walk away campaigns that are out there, hey, we did it a long time ago. I did it when I was in the military, when I started to notice, hey, the Democrats are anti-military, Republicans are pro-military. It's like, okay, so that was my decision. That's how I made my decision. Being up close and personal with it, in the military, and seeing what was going on in the military when Democrats were in power versus when Republicans were sitting in the White House. I think, Bobby, you did your walk away, what, in the 70s, late 70s?
In the late 70s, about 75, I realized that nothing had changed. Everybody was talking about change, but nothing changed. It was still the same thing, and all we were doing was throwing money at it, you know. And when I started researching, I found out that the Democrats were not who they say they were. And that's when I started walking away. Then in Reagan, the second term around Reagan, and I started listening to this guy, and I realized that, hey, he believes a lot of the same things I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I realized I wasn't a Democrat. I wasn't a liberal. I wasn't a leftist. I was a conservative. And I believed in America with all its problems. We all have problems, just like any family has problems in it. We all have problems. We can deal with those problems or we can ignore them. Mostly I saw that Democrats were ignoring them.
Plus the fact we're from our hometown of Flint, Michigan, has been ruled by Democrats since the 60s.
Since forever.
Yeah. Seems like forever.
Since I've been a kid.
You know, from my childhood up till now, Democrats have run this city predominantly.
And run it into the ground.
And run it right into the ground. You know, people want to somehow put the blame on General Motors for the state that the city of Flint is in right now. Nope, put it right on the Democrat Party, because we see across the country, whatever the Democrats touch and put their hands on in any city, a vibrant city, it'll just go to pot. Look at Detroit, Cleveland, Gary, Indiana, South Bend, Indiana. Look at what's going on in Chicago.
San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
LA.
The whole of California. You know, you look at all these Democrat-controlled enclaves, and what do you see? You see poverty, misery, blight, all of it. And you can't unsee that stuff. So people want to try to deny what it is they're seeing, but it's there for you to see. I was reading yesterday. They're going to start this crew out in San Francisco. I don't know if you saw it. They're going to start up this crew out in San Francisco, a poop patrol.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah.
So they're going to start late afternoon going around steam cleaning the streets to clean up the poop. That's ridiculous. So now the taxpayers' money's got to go for cleaning up poop. It's like, okay, so there's some jobs in the world that are nasty jobs. I think that's one of them.
That's one of them. That's got to be one of them.
Got to be one of them.
And that is because Democrats are like a virus.
Yep.
And whatever a virus does, it will not only kill its host, it'll kill itself in the process.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I've said that for years. A virus. But you know, there's a cure for that virus.
Amen.
And it's at the voting place.
Walk away.
Walk away. Walk away. They are no good. Let's talk about John Brennan. He got his security clearance revoked earlier this week. And this dude here, he comes out after he gets his security clearance revoked. He tweets about how his freedom of speech is somehow being trampled on, and we need to be careful as citizens in America because we're going to lose our freedom of speech. I got something for you, Mr. Brennan. Listen up close. You and your folks. Your freedom of speech has no way been infringed upon. As a matter of fact, John Brennan, we want you to keep talking. We don't want you to shut up. Okay? Keep talking. What happened is your security clearance got revoked.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. But now you want to turn it around. Oh, he's after my freedom of speech, and he's a tyrant, and everybody's going to lose their freedom of speech. No. Keep talking, dude.
From someone who lied 3 times to Congress.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now I'm supposed to listen to this person.
I'm supposed to listen to this dude. Okay? Whining and crying in their beer. When they get caught trying to take out Trump, they get caught in their own mess. And here's what happens. I love seeing it.
Love it.
Love seeing it. And there's more of them that are going to be on the hook. Let's see who we got here. Comey, McCabe,
right.
Rice, Clapper, Sally Yates.
Sally Yates, yeah.
Okay? So they're reviewing their security clearance. I say, man, just take them.
Yeah, wipe the slate clean.
Wipe the slate clean.
Just take them all out.
Yep.
Because they're no good to the nation. They've proven they're no good to the nation. They've done nothing for this nation. Donald Trump has put America back on the world stage.
Mm-hmm.
He's got North Korea and South Korea talking to him, which we were told, oh no, that's impossible. All the presidents
Right.
before him couldn't do that, so how is he going to do? Well,
Right.
he did it.
Yeah.
He did it. We weren't going to have 2%, above 2% GDP anymore. Well, it's up above 2%.
Because that was going to be the new normal.
That
right?
was the
2%.
new normal. Yeah, that was the new normal.
That was the new normal.
Yeah, well, that's a lie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Lie after lie after lie.
Now,
And that's the main reason we're here is to expose all these lies.
Oh, yeah.
So that you people will know that when you look at these people hard enough, you will see nothing but lies. There's no truth in them.
Mm-mm.
And that's the conclusion
Mm-mm.
I drew
Mm-mm.
back in 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. And the same for me. You know, here's my thing. You know, they talk about all these guys like Brennan, who's now got his security clearance revoked. And you look at Rice, you look at Clapper, you look at Sally Yates, you look at Jim Comey, you look at these guys. You guys weren't on the wall when the Russians were meddling in our elections back before Trump even announced that he was going to run for president.
And knew about it.
You knew about it, and you weren't on the wall. Now, all of a sudden, you're all indignant and trying to place everything on Trump's plate about the 2016 elections, the Russians meddling in the elections. They had been meddling in the elections, and you guys didn't do anything about it. Now you got that lying mainstream media backing you up and your allegations about Russian collusion, meddling in the elections. When Obama had his butt over in Israel, messing around in their election, trying to take out Netanyahu. What did they contribute to his opposition? About $600,000?
$600,000. Not a peep about that.
Yeah, but you weren't indignant about that.
But now we're all supposed to be upset about something they can't prove.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We can prove this.
And that's a fact, that he was over there meddling in that election over there because guess what? He's anti-Israel. He's an anti-Semite, pure and simple. So he knows that Netanyahu Him and Netanyahu don't see eye to eye on stuff, so he's going to do what he can to help Netanyahu's opposition take him out.
But yet we're supposed to be upset about something the Russians have been doing, as though it's a brand new thing, And the Democrats and leftists love to talk about stuff like it just happened yesterday, when they can get a political point, when they think they can get a political point. And then when you blow it up, they move on to something else.
Move on to something else. Now, it's like earlier in the week and late last week, it was Omarosa. See, now they're going to be on this security clearance being revoked. Now they're going to switch to that, and Omarosa will be left in the background. He takes these Democrats out with the greatest of ease. With the greatest of ease. Talking about Trump.
And they can't see how he's playing them. And even when they do see it, they fall into the next trap.
Yep.
Because you're not as smart as you think you are.
Nope.
Democrats.
And you think that everyone that is not on your side of the aisle, you think we're stupid. You think we're not paying attention to what you're doing. My eyes are very wide open to you guys, and has been for years.
And the more information you get on them, the wider your eyes get.
Yep.
Well, these people are absolutely, positively no good. They're no good to any society, let alone Americans.
Let alone America. So my thing is, and we both agree on this, hey, Brennan, Pelosi, Waters, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
My favorite Democrat. Another woman.
Yep.
I hope she never stops talking.
Schumer, all of you Democrats, all of you folks on the left, from the news media on down, keep talking. It is hilarious to watch it. It really is. Hilarious. Let's get to Andrew Cuomo.
Andrew Cuomo, everybody's favorite nut job out of New York.
You nuttier than de Blasio? Because de Blasio is a nut.
De Blasio is psychotic. So, he's on another level. But Cuomo is just a nut job. Him and Nancy, they got to be brother and sister. Yeah. They got separated at birth. Got
to. They're like Arnold and Danny DeVito in the movie Twins, right?
Twins. Yeah, that's a perfect analogy of them too.
Yeah, that's who they are. So this dude, he's giving a speech in front of a women's organization. And he starts talking about, what he's trying to do is he's trying to belittle Trump with the Make America Great Again. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay? But then his leftist mouth engages, his leftist brain engages, and all logic disappears.
All of it. Just goes out the window.
Just goes out the window.
He does his lefty babble dribble and gets up there in the audience, which he believes it would be on his side because they're women, right?
Right.
And women are, vote Democrat.
Yeah, right.
But that didn't work out like that.
Didn't work out.
And so then after he says that dribble, he tries to walk it back a little bit at the mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once he sees it's going over like
too late.
Lead balloon.
Too late.
At a birthday party. So now he wants to walk it back and get off camera and say, well, I'm taken out of context, which is what they always do when they float a balloon and it goes straight to the floor. Now we got to back out of this. That's not what I really meant.
Yeah. No, that's what you said,
No,
dude.
that's what you said. That's what people heard.
You said that America never was great. Now here you're sitting, like Trump said in his tweet, when de Blasio said that, here is a governor of the highest tax state in the country talking about America never was great. Here is a guy whose grandparents came over from Italy.
Legally, I might add.
Legally, over from Italy, because they knew that, hey, we can come to America, go to America, and do a whole lot better than we can here in Italy. So they jump on the boat and over they come. Now this dude, him and his family have taken advantage of the American dream. And this guy's sitting as governor in New York. Okay? So he's taking advantage of that. This is what gets me about these lefties. They always want to tear down America, but you don't see them going anywhere else. They always want to tear down America, but they want to stay here and take advantage of the fruits that they get from America. That kills me, man.
That's the one thing that really started driving me away from the left. Observing that very thing my brother's talking about. You have these leftists, rich leftists, I might add, telling you that the system you are living under is bad for them, bad for you. It's not. Your opportunities are going to be limited in this system that we have gained riches from. Now we want to take that possibility away from you because, you don't need it. But in the meantime, we're still going to be rich because we need our money because we want to do what we want to do and not have anybody limit us. They passed a bill for you about health care that cost you more than you get out of it. They passed a different bill for themselves, so they are way scot-free and they don't have to worry. But yet again, they tell you socialism is better for you. When you ask how, you're a racist, you're a bigot, you're a homophobe, you're the worst thing that this country, you do not love America because you want to provide for your family by your own means and not by their dictates. That's what puts me off about leftists. Rich leftists telling us, rich white leftists telling us that rich non-white leftists are our problem. How is that? How are they a problem to me because they're not like you? You're rich and they're rich. You got your money built in government. They earn their money out in the market.
Working.
Out in the market. You did not. But I'm supposed to listen to you over them.
So, another thing I think about when you look at Auntie Maxine Waters, $170,000 a year is what you get paid. But you're living in a $1 million mansion.
Yeah. Do the math on that.
Either you're very, very, very frugal with your money, or you're corrupt. You're a thief. You're taking money that's not yours. One of the two. It's coming from somewhere. Yeah, it's coming from somewhere.
They're not printing it in the basement. So it's coming from somewhere.
Somewhere. Now this dude Cuomo, when he's trying to walk it back, he makes a statement that Donald Trump is trying to take us back to the days of the KKK and segregation and racism and slavery. They always want to play that card, okay? So these are the reasons that America is not great, because of those things that I just said. You know what? Every last one of those things I just said belongs to the Democrat Party.
Amen.
That's who it belongs to.
KKK. Slavery. Who fought a war to keep slavery?
Thank you.
Democrats.
Yep. Whose great great granddaddy who's their great great granddaddy? Old Jim Crow.
Amen.
That's who their great great granddaddy is. Old Jim Crow.
Yeah. Look up Jim Crow.
Look it up.
Look it up and see who he was.
Look it up. Look up the Democrat Party before the Civil War. The antebellum period is what they call it. Look that up. I said that to a lefty one time. What's antebellum? Man, go look it up.
Kind of like Lucy, huh?
Yeah. Man, go look it up. Okay? This party, this Democrat Party, this vile Democrat Party has never been any good.
For this nation or anyone in it.
Yep.
Never done anything. It's always been this globalist, we want a one world government to dominate everyone, and we want to be in charge.
Yep. And
that's
we
been
want
their
to be
agenda
in charge of it.
from Karl Marx to this day.
Why is it, Bobby, when we look at it, we see in the Democrat Party, down through the years, we see poverty.
Down through the years. If you don't have poverty, you don't have racism. Democrats don't have anything.
They don't have anything.
They don't have anything to talk about.
No.
They hate America. They hate everything America stands for.
Mm-hmm.
They want us to be under the UN. you know, and we all pretty much know that's a useless organization.
Very useless.
UN, useless nation. You know, we all know that. But this is the stuff these people are pushing at us. Andrew Cuomo, his agenda is America isn't great, and never was. Never was great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how do you say that if you are trying to help America? And the question I put to anyone who says America was never great, the question I want to ask you, will it ever be great with you in it?
Yeah.
Are you going to do anything to help America be great except talk about racism, talk about the poverty that your party creates,
oppression,
talk about oppression, which you cannot define, and you want to delete people on Facebook because you can't define your point of view as opposed to what I'm telling you. I'm wrong. Okay, tell me how I'm wrong. I'm not arguing with you. Explain to me how I'm wrong. Well, you're an idiot. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's like you were talking to one of our cousins who's a staunch Democrat. Says that he supports the Democrats 100%. When he said to Bobby, well, you know, Trump told 200 lies. Man, give me one.
Give me one lie.
Just
tell
give
me one.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten a response to that yet. Haven't got a response to anything I've ever asked a Democrat in the past 20 years. Never got an answer.
So they come out, like I said, man, when that leftist brain engages, it's like all logic just goes right out the window. Now, this dude, Andrew Cuomo, you know, he's on the list for 2020 for running for president.
Please run.
Please, man. Please.
Please run.
Yeah.
Run, please.
Oh, and then when I think about that, I think about how Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says, hey, they're afraid of me.
Yeah, afraid of you.
Republicans and conservatives are afraid of me.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Bring it, girl. Then bring it. Okay, so now Ben Shapiro, hey, I'll debate you. Oh no, he's catcalling. Like Ben's sitting up, like she's walking down the street. He's sitting up on the third floor of this building that they're building with his hard hat. They're eating lunch. He sees her walking down the street. Hey, baby, you sure look good. You want to debate?
No, I don't think that's what's happening. Then other conservatives challenged her to debate. Women. So now that they've challenged her, is that catcalling too? I mean, what when a woman challenges you, is she catcalling you or is she just simply challenging you? You know, wouldn't you love to see that debate?
Oh,
like I tell my brother, you know, people say it's like clubbing baby seals. No, it's like paying somebody to club baby seals for you. It's that easy.
Yeah. She knows that she has nothing to bring to a debate. When she was in Kansas stumping for the guy that was running in the primaries out in Kansas, she said, we're going to turn this state red.
Yeah,
yep,
we are.
You sure did.
Yes, you are.
Yep, you sure did. Thanks for that one.
Thanks for that one.
Yeah, thanks for that one. And then, 4 of the 6 people that she was backing got their butts beat. Got them beat bad.
Kicked in the head.
Got them beat.
All that stuff.
Oh, did you hear what the governor of Vermont said?
No.
Another lefty.
Of course, Vermont.
Oh, shit. Opening her mouth and saying stupid stuff. Look it up. I forget exactly what she says, but, you know, I caught it in passing. Oh, and another thing. You know, in Florida, they're putting In God We Trust back in the schools now.
Yeah. You just told me about that.
Yeah.
I got to go look that up.
Yeah.
Because I find that very interesting that passed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, people, the country, they say the country's changing. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's moving away from you lefties.
Moving away from you lefties.
Because your people come up with stupid policies. You know, you complain you're for the children. They go into a complex in New Mexico. They raid the place. They pull all these kids out who are being trained to do school shootings. They find a dead kid in the buried in the complex. And do you hear anything about that?
Nope.
But they care so much about the children.
Nope.
You know, it's all about the children, the poor little children on the border being kept in cages. Then you find out that all those videos they showing the kids in cages are doing the Obama area.
Yep.
Doing Obama. That was his under his watch.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's put out like, this is happening right now.
Now, see, here's what makes their head spin when you bring the facts. Is like, okay, so you guys in the media and you Democrats and you loony lefties are saying that this policy of ripping kids, and then you know how to use the word ripping, like you just walking up to somebody, give me that kid. Yeah. That it's Trump's policy. Sorry to inform you lefties. No, I'm not. It's my pleasure to inform you lefties that policy was instituted back in 1996.
And who was president in 1996? It couldn't be William Jefferson.
No. I think he's got an extra name there. His surname is Clinton. William Jefferson Clinton.
Yeah, that guy. And
So-
he, you know, evil Republican that he is, right?
Is he Republican?
It got to be. If he
did
if
the
he
switch.
institutes something like that, he has to be a
Has to be.
Republican. Because Republicans are evil.
Evil.
You know,
Yeah.
so he must be a Republican.
So this Democrat, he signs into law. Go look it up. IRA. Go look it up. He signs into law. Hey, this is what we do. They come across the border illegally. Yeah, we'll take the
treated
kids.
like a criminal.
Yep, we'll take the kids just like they do everybody else. You let the cops raid your house and take you off to jail and you got kids, guess what they're going to do? They're going to take those kids and put them in a facility until somebody or relative can come pick them up.
If not, they go into the
system.
They go into the system.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how that works. You know, so
you black folks falling for that crap?
Yeah.
You ought to know better. Because you know somebody that got their kids ripped away from them because they were doing criminal activities and got caught.
That's how it works. But yet you listen to MSNBC, CNN, you act like they're the truth sayers of the universe when all they do is lie. All they do is lie.
Look right in your eyes and lie.
When they tell you the weather, you like, okay, I hold that suspect because you telling it to me. Even though it is sunny outside and you say it's going to be sunny, if a leftist says anything to me, I hold it suspect.
Yep.
Because they lie so much. They're not on the up and up with you.
Nope.
You know.
Never have been.
They're not on the up and up with. Then when you catch them in the lie, they're like, well, that's not what I meant. I.e. Cuomo.
Dude, we heard what you said.
Yeah.
It's on video.
What did
with
you mean?
crystal clear audio.
My next question is, what did you mean? Because this is what you said.
What you said.
So what did you mean? You know, because I have a habit of saying what I mean.
So we're supposed to do Richard Pryor now, right? Who do you want to believe, me or your lying eyes and ears?
Eyes and ears. You know, but that's the general dent of why we're doing this.
Right.
Because, you know, I know some of you, you're just walking away. You walked away in the past couple of years or whatever, and you're really just getting into this. And you're like, well, I don't trust the Republicans either. Welcome to the club, neither do we.
Yeah.
Okay. If you do not do what you're going to say, we're going to try to get you out of there because you're lying. You're just like the group on the other side. You know, you just got an R
behind your name.
Behind your name. You know? And that doesn't get you anything.
You know, I've always believed that you can go out and you can protest, you know, it's like all of that stuff. I've never believed in, hey, I'm going to go out and protest, you know, walk the streets and protest. Man, I got a job I got to go to. I don't have time for that. But you know where I'm going to exercise my power? Right at the ballot box.
And when you go back and look at the civil rights movement, guess what they were protesting? To have the right to vote.
To have the right to vote.
That's what they were protesting.
Yep.
I want to have the right to have a say in how my community functions. And if off point here, but a topic that came up yesterday with a friend of mine. You want to talk about, you know, black people as if they're children. Well, black people aren't able to to digest facts. Why? Well, because education. Okay, well, why are they not educated? You know, you're throwing all that money at them, and they're not educated. Why can't they understand a simple fact? You know, 1 and 1 is 2. What's the complex entity in that? Nothing. You know, you take simple things and you build on them. That's how we learn. That's how we all learn. You want to get people jacked up in their emotions and call that reality. You know, well, emotions change. I may be mad at somebody today, and tomorrow I get over myself. You know, emotions. No, let's deal with facts. I want to bring you facts. I say, hey, if this is your point of view, you think socialism is great, sell it to me. Tell me how I benefit in a socialist system. You know, and all I get is name calls. I get called an idiot. I get told I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm asking you to educate me on your point, and you can't. So your point is crap.
See, that's that governor up in Vermont. She was asked to define socialism. It's like, oh, let me think about that.
Why do you have to think about that?
No, that should just roll off your tongue.
Yeah. But see, when you're in that bubble, when you live in a bubble, and everybody thinks like you.
Yeah.
Once you get up, see, this is what happened to Ocasio-Cortez. She got outside the bubble. She won her election. You know, oh man, here's the liberal darling. Then she goes on shows, and they're not asking her hardball questions. Then they throwing the thing 100 miles an hour at her. They softballing her with a wiffle ball. They throwing wiffle ball questions at her,
and she can't answer.
And they stand up there like, wow, is you kidding, or are you really the stupid? And it's in their eyes. And these are not liberal conservatives. These are liberal commentators.
And then it's, well, you shouldn't criticize her. Well, now she should take her behind home if she can't get out here and play with the big dogs.
What's the old saying? If you can't stand the heat,
get up out of the
kitchen. Don't come in there complaining about it's hot, because it's hot in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. It's not the kitchen. You want to swear at the heat. No. It's hot. It's not hot outside the kitchen. Get out the kitchen and the heat won't bother you.
Yep.
But if you come in here, you want to get into the political arena, expect that people are going to challenge you. That's what politics is all about. We come into the arena, we exchange ideas. If we have different and conflicting ideas, we try to find a common ground on the things we do agree upon. And we try to work on those things, and it's for the common good, not for your point of view or your opinion. I don't care about my opinion. Is it true? Right. Can I base it on something real? Well, if not, it's no good to me.
And then don't try to shut people down that have differing views, like they tried to do with Dinesh D'Souza, and my boy came back strong.
Came back strong.
We're
going to lock him up and make him shut up. Which is a typical lefty tactic. When you go back and do your research, you'll find out that's a typical lefty tactic. If you won't shut up, we're going to shut you up.
Well, like they do the dude that purportedly made the video that caused the issue in Benghazi that got our American citizens killed, including an ambassador. Yeah. Oh, it was a video.
That was a lie.
Yeah, that's what
we didn't know this was going to happen. That was a lie.
Yeah, it was a video. Susan Rice, they trot Susan Rice out, and she goes on all the Sunday morning shows.
Telling a lie.
It was a video.
Telling a
lie.
Come to find out, they knew all about it.
Knew all about it.
Yeah. The attack was imminent and everything.
Yep.
And they did nothing. Yep. You know. But of course, we're not supposed to get upset about that. What we're supposed to be upset about is Trump tweeting.
Right. Yep. All right. So that's it for today. We will be back with more. This is the Dyson Boys, and we're not playing. We're not going to hold back. We're going to say it like we see it. We're going to bring it to you like we heard it and like everybody else heard it.
And if you don't agree with us, fine. But if you come at us, come with facts. I don't want to hear, don't want to hear no emotions.
Nope.
Okay, I can accept a woman getting mad at me, but a grown man 40 plus years old, don't bring it at me because I don't want to hear it. You're a boy man. A beta man.
A beta male.
Man up and make your point. That's all I got to say about
we don't care. We don't care what you say about us. We don't care what you think about us, because all of it is just the same old leftist rhetoric anyway. And when we bring something at you, you better believe we've done our research on
Amen.
it. Okay? You better believe that. All right, so we'll see you in another video. Thanks. Oh, by the way, if you like what you're hearing, subscribe to the channel. You see the subscribe button right there on the bottom of this video. And make sure you hit that notification bell out there, because that's going to notify you whenever we post a video up to YouTube. This was our first time out, so we went, 35 minutes, but they'll get shorter because we'll get right to the point real quick, jump on it, and out we go. All right. So subscribe to our channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we put another video up. We are out. But we're not done.
See you, Internet.